no good, and Minnesota steals game 1.
We had 7 guys in double figures still with the shooting from the 3 like that. Victor and De'Aaron were 0 for 12. Got to watch it back, but at the moment I felt like they were all rhythm good shots, and I trust that they'll make shots.
We have to be better. We need to figure out before 48 hours what we can do better, and I got no doubt that we will. I trust.
Game number 2, and had this to say about San Antonio.
This team is playing like the underdogs with an edge. And I'm telling you right now, if the San Antonio Spurs don't get game 2, it is a must-win situation. They're going to get swept. They are going to get swept. This team means business. I know it when I see it, and I'm telling you the real.
Second part, I don't know how anyone could argue. Minnesota means business. When Anthony Edwards is basically saying, screw it, I don't care what happens to my leg long term. I'm in it for the short term of getting a title. I mean, kudos to him. I love it. So they mean business. And they have tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. The game before that, 76ers and Knicks at 7 p.m. Eastern. Could the Spurs get swept, Smalls?
They definitely could. I don't think it's going to happen. I would be surprised if they don't pull out a win. However, what Perk said about this team is right. This is a team that keeps finding ways to win. They feel like one of the more dangerous teams left in these playoffs, whether it's
Minnesota, you're saying?
Minnesota.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they have it all. They have night after night, they show their toughness. They find themselves out of any situation. It doesn't matter if Ant is out. It doesn't matter who is down, is next man up, whether it's Ayo Dosunmu who comes off the bench and gives you 43. If it's Terrence Shannon Jr., you get Gobert's defense. They continuously find a way to win, and they're scrappy and they're tough. So, yeah, they do mean business, and San Antonio should desperately need to win tonight because I could see them getting swept.
I don't think they're going to get swept. Do they need to win tonight to have some momentum going into Game 3? Absolutely. You don't want to be in an 0-2 hole against a team that just went to the West Finals in back-to-back years. But the key to all of that is Victor Wembanyama, obviously. But within that, his 12 blocks were great. His shot selection was not. He doesn't need to be taking that many three-pointers. He missed 8 of them last 2 nights ago when he played. The physicality in this game is going to be on display throughout however long the series goes. So with Stephon Castle, I mean, he fouled out the other night. Dylan Harper had was playing with 4 fouls. You've got to find a way to work around some of the foul issues that they had, which calls for adjustments. And I do think that after you get punched in the mouth in Game 1, a competitive game, a really fun game, frankly, for all of us watching, because it was back and forth, a Wolves team that just will not quit, but a Spurs team that wouldn't quit either. So I don't think in any way this can result in a sweep, but they're going to be feeling even more pressure on them, very obviously stated, if they go down 0-2. I just don't think that that's realistically going to happen because they have something that other teams don't have. Yes, Rudy Gobert is fantastic, and he has been the MVP by and large throughout the first, however many games for the Minnesota Timberwolves in this postseason. But Victor Wembanyama is the defensive player of the year. His defense is what can create the offense on the other side. He just has to be better when he's taking his shots and deciding where he's going to shoot from.
I think there's a better chance that San Antonio wins this series in 5 than San Antonio getting swept in this series. The reality is neither of the two are going to happen. I don't know how we take Game 1 and make the leap of a sweep. I think Perk's second point is really, really important, though. This Minnesota team needs to be treated like a title contender because they hovered for each of the last 2 years, and the word I'm going to keep using with them, they are fearless. This team will not back down to anyone, and they believe they can beat anyone. That said, the idea of sweeping San Antonio, to me, feels a little much. Now, there is an overriding theme, Nuno, our producer, that needs to be asked. Nuno.
Well, I just wonder, because the biggest talking point going into the playoffs for the Spurs was the inexperience. And I know they won that, beat the Blazers, but outside of Drew Holiday and, Jeremy Grant, the Blazers didn't have playoff experience. I wonder if this is the series that catches up to them, that catches up to, Wemby, like he's trying to do too much, other guys, the physicality that they'll see with this Wolves team.
Yeah, I think it is a fair question. I think if we're going to sit there and say that Wemby is beyond his years, both physically and mentally, that doesn't mean they can't lose this series. It means the reason they lose this series cannot be based on lack of experience, right? Which would be, let's just run it back the exact same way we did in game 1 and lose it that way, because that's just what we're going to do. No, things have to be done differently. Mitch Johnson, who's done a phenomenal job in replacing Greg Popovich, he has never talked about it, ever. And I would say 9 of 10 people right now probably don't even know who that is. And he's the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not making fun of the audience or of Mitch Johnson. I'm saying he's not a household name like his predecessor was, right? But he's got to say to Wemby, you're 7'5", no one can stop you, get near the basket, right? That would be experience, making adjustments, etc. The inexperience would be just doing the same thing you did in the last game and just think it's going to work better this time, which I don't think they can do. I can't fathom the idea of them getting swept. It's so hard to even imagine that. All right, we all think Minnesota could go far.
For the first time since Game 4. And he really wanted to set the tone, but he was disappointed in his performance, his turnovers, and giving up off the board.
She was the trickery. She was the trickery.
It's been 4 straight days with y'all. I love you.
Tell y'all, NBC America, she's the best. Ever.
I love y'all now. I really do. I really do.
But I'm looking forward to this game, too. Reason being is Wemby struggled mightily, and it's when you have guys that are defensive-minded, they have the length and understand, how to play defense and have the effort and being intentional about it and being physical with him, that's when he struggles, right? And in this game, he missed some wide-open shot. What, he was 0 for 8 at the three-point line? Yeah. I don't think he's going to be that in game 2. But I would love to see him play around the elbow a little bit more, right? Because him playing around the elbow, you really can't put your hands on him and touch him. And he has the ability to just rise up and shoot, and it's much more of a high percentage shot for him. So I would like to see him get involved that way to get his rhythm, then extend out. But their defense, man, Minnesota, long, lanky, they have 4 guys, 6'10", that they could just keep throwing bodies at him and giving him different looks. So I'm going to see what the adjustment is going to be for San Antonio in game 2.
I also think he was anxious, ready to get going, and he was rushing. He was rushing. I think a lot of those times when we see him driving and falling and not allowing himself to read the defense properly. And I think when he slows down, and when he slowed down more in the second half, not only did he hit a few shots, but he created shots for everybody else. So for both games, I am interested to see the adjustments by teams. That's what makes the playoffs so great. You see one style of play, you see a big victory, a close game or whatever. What is the adjustment that is made for Philly? What is the adjustment now that is made for San Antonio as far as how do you get Wemby easy shots, but get him settled down and just say, hey, early, like we saw Shea. Make the easy play early, and then everything will take care of itself.
Yeah, Wemby 5 for 17, not really an efficient night, but still had a triple-double. Guys, listen, we got a few days off until we get back in the studio. This is what I don't want to see. Melo, I don't want to see you at the Garden. Take your
no load management.
Go to sleep.
I want to sleep.
You would go to sleep. I don't want to see you golfing every day.
You probably won't.
Nope, I want you to sit down.
I will.
T-Mac, take a nap. But if you come back in here and you're tired